Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, for another AAC contest between your Bryan College Lions and the Columbia International Rams. Daniel, should be a good one. Both of these teams are tied for fourth place in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. This game is huge here in Dayton, Tennessee.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime there's, we're getting, we're past Christmas break, starting to look at kind of that playoff picture, seeing who's getting in. So every game matters just a little bit more. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know that what that means for these programs to get to the postseason, because then that's when big things happen. And so this matchup today definitely could have implications for that.
Yeah, at this point in the year, you can almost smell late February and March when things start really pumping in college basketball. Daniel, let's lay out, as we usually do, some key players and the keys for victory for each team. First for Bryan.
First for Bryan, the three key players I'm going to highlight today. Number one, Ian Johnson, averaging 15 points a game, 4.5 rebounds a game, shooting 36.2% from three-point land, which is really good. I'm going to skip one and come back to Gene in a second, but number 22, Noah Molaski, he's shooting actually better than Ian is from beyond the three-point line, 36.6%, averaging 13.6 points a game, 3.1 assists per game. And then number 2, Gene Holmes, the guy mostly running the show here for the Lions, 12.1 points per game, 3.1 rebounds per game, 2.1 assists per game, and then plays really tough defense. A great player to highlight to start today's matchup.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll get into some keys for victory as we move forward in just a little bit, but we're going to pause for just one moment for ceremonies and announcements done by yours truly as we go to PA. Stay tuned. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bryan College welcomes all players, officials, and spectators to Summers Gymnasium for tonight's men's basketball contest between CIU and your Bryan College Lions. As a member of the NAIA and the Appalachian Athletic Conference, we're committed to the true spirit of competition, embracing 5 core values: respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We ask that each of you abide by these values to help create a positive and competitive environment. Please enjoy tonight's contest. Before we begin, we would like to honor a career achievement. Today, we are recognizing Noah Molaski for scoring his 1,000th point earlier this year. Noah has now scored over 1,100 points for his career and is averaging 14 points per game this year. He has been an outstanding leader for our program and has graduated with an impressive 3.9 GPA. Noah is studying the master's program throughout this year. Congratulations, Noah, on an outstanding career and achievement. Now please rise for a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for your goodness, your love, your mercy, and your grace. Thank you for the opportunity for these guys to come out here and compete in the game of basketball. Lord, I pray that you protect them, protect everybody as they go home. Lord, we thank you most of all for your son, Jesus, and the forgiveness of sins we have through him. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And now for our starting lineups. First, for Columbia International. Starting at guard from Orlando, Florida, number 3, Jalen Brinson. Starting at guard from High Point, North Carolina, number 4, Bryce Cossey. Starting at forward from Cartersville, Georgia, number 11, DeAnthony Heathcock. Starting at guard from Goldsboro, North Carolina, number 15, Darian Oates. Starting at forward from Marion, North Carolina, number 24, Skylar McKinney. And now get on your feet and put your hands together for your Bryan College Lions! Starting at guard from Chattanooga, Tennessee, number 1, Ian Johnson. Starting at guard from Nashville, Tennessee, number 2, Gene Holmes. Starting at forward from Alcoa, Tennessee, number 12, Nick Roberts. Starting at forward from Lebanon, Tennessee, Mr. 1000, number 22, Noah Molaski. And starting it forward from Scott County, Tennessee, number 32, Trey Morrow. There's the announcements, there's the pleasantries as we honor and recognize number 22, Noah Mulaski, for now having over 1,100 career points. Hey, in NAI, I don't care what level you're at in college basketball, that's an impressive achievement.
Absolutely. Most players don't get to that in 4 years of high school basketball. Yeah. Even in lower division, lower level basketball. Anytime you can score 1,000 points, and especially 1,100 points, that's very impressive. I mean, it's 1,100 more than I have. So.
Yeah, amen, brother. Nick Roberts is going to be tipping things off for the Lions. And it looks like number 11, DeAnthony Heathcock, gets the opening tip for the Rams. Quick pass down low. Heathcock cannot connect. Rebound Lions. Mulaski running the floor. Mulaski driving. Steps back. Tries to bank it in. No good. Rams quickly taking it up the floor. Darian Oates with the ball.
Looking like CIU is going to try to force the ball down low. Again, Bryan's not a very big team. We've talked about this before. And looking on their roster right now, I'm seeing guys 6'5", 6'7". There's one guy 6'9". They're going to try to push it down low today.
Oates misses the fadeaway. 14-footer, no good. Rebound, Lions. Roberts top of the key. Gets it to Mulaski. Ian Johnson now has it. Contested pass there to Mulaski. Trying to get something going. Holmes driving baseline. Tries to float it up. Blocked by Darian Oates. Up the court now. Brinson has it. Brinson out to Heathcock. A long three ball, no good. Pins it up against the backboard. Jalen Brinson misses the three ball, and now Ian Johnson going to take a three ball of his own, and he connects.
Attaboy. Right from that AAC logo for the first points of the ball game today.
Finds his hot spot. The Lions take a quick 3-0 lead. Causey passes it out to McKinney. McKinney to Oates. Oates out to Brinson. Brinson looking for anybody. There's McKinney. McKinney for three. Jacks it up. No good. Rebound. Mulaski.
I don't know if it's adrenaline so far. CIU's had a couple possessions down the floor. Oh, wow.
Mulaski drives, gets fouled in the lane. He'll have two.
Couple possessions down the floor for CIU, and they've seemed rushed every single time they've walked down the court. So it'll be interesting to see if that's how they continually play, or that's just kind of the adrenaline pumping here in the first couple minutes of the game.
No, you're exactly right. I'm glad you brought that up. It does look like in their offensive possessions they're not really getting very deep within the shot clock. So, yeah, they have. It does seem like they've been rushing their offensive possessions. Mulaski misses that first one of two, and that one rattles home. 4-0 lead here early for the Lions.
Yeah.
Brinson up the court. McKinney out to Oates. Oates to Causey. Causey out to Brinson. Causey has it again, near side wing. Back out to Oates. Oates kicks it out. And a charging foul. Gene Holmes draws the foul from Darian Oates.
Well, that was the most calm possession I've seen so far, and ends in an offensive foul.
Maybe there's a reason they're trying to score there early on in the shot clock.
Kind of stay away from those self-inflicted wounds that we've just seen one of.
Ian Johnson being face guarded off ball. Noah Mulaski driving to the middle. He has some space. He takes it with the left hand. 6-0 lead here for the Lions. Brinson up the court. There's Oates. Oates out to Causey. Causey there for McKinney. McKinney out. Now hands it off. Back out to McKinney. McKinney for three. No good. Rebound Mulaski. We've said his name a lot so far in this contest.
I was about to say it was fitting that they honored him for hitting the 1,000-point mark earlier, and he might show out today just because of that.
Maybe so, and Mulaski and Roberts were on different pages there. Brinson up the court now for CIU. Brinson has it, just swinging it across the perimeter, the handoff to Cossey. Cossey trying to drive, kicks it out to DeAnthony Heathcock. Cossey looking for some room up the middle, swings it across, they get an open look, and this one is no good. Rebound Heathcock. Heathcock puts one back and gets the first points for the Columbia International Rams. Holmes slowing things down offensively here.
On that last play, gave up that offensive rebound and ended in points. That's just a testament to when you get down there on the block on the offensive side of the ball, it helps your offense tremendously.
Yeah, that's one thing with Bryan not having the size. They got to limit one shot per possession at all costs.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, runaway basketball.
Heathcock wide open, 3-ball, no good. And there we go. They have a second chance.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we were talking about. They're going to have to limit these second chance points.
That one was a little bit more of kind of a lucky roll. There we go.
Oates driving. This is Morrow with the rebound. Holmes pressing it up the court. He's trying to get up the court. Poked away there from Oates. Brinson pushing the floor. Oates for 3. Oates connects. Cuts the lead to 1.
Just like that, Grayson. CIU's back in this game. I mean, still plenty of time left in this game. A lot of time left. But anytime you can have a big run like that in basketball, and you can come back from that, that's a good thing for that team.
Yeah, they're not going to give in, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment.
There we go.
Great
nice
fadeaway 12-footer from Ian Johnson. He's got 5 so far. Foul is going to be called on Trey Morrow. Some substitutions for both teams. One that we must mention is a transfer that came in halfway through the year, number 14, Jamari Bostic. He is supposed to make a difference for this Lions team, and they need a spark plug coming out of the first semester of basketball. And there he is. He tips in the rebound to Mulaski. Mulaski up the floor. Trey Morrow for the deep 3, no good. Rebound, CIU. Heathcock up the floor to Oates. Oates driving up the right side of the floor. The crossover. Bostic guarding. The wide open 2-pointer there for Jalen Jeter. Substitution for the Rams of CIU. Mulaski has an open look in the corner. He takes a step back. The 3-ball, too long, no good. It's going to be out on Jalen Jeter. Another substitution coming in for either team. For the Lions, it's going to be number 4, a fan favorite, Caleb Grimes. And for the Lions, for the Rams rather, looks like it's going to be number 20, James Davis. There's Bostic for 3, trying to make a quick difference here in this ball game. Misses just a little bit too long. Jeter driving up the middle. Good defense thus far in this possession. 3-pointer there. Catches nothing but air that time.
Nothing but nothing right there. Grayson, Caleb Grimes has his just a plain black shoes on today. I think every game I've done, he's had on the coolest shoes on the floor.
Oh, man.
A little bit more toned down today on this Saturday.
Ian Johnson for 3. Connects once again. He's got 8 of the 11 points. Oates up the floor, top of the key, looking for some space. Jeter gets it to Heathcock down low. They're trapping him in the corner.
Very good defense there from Bostic and Mulaski. I know it didn't went out of bounds on us, but that's still good trap.
Absolutely.
He'll think twice about getting the ball next time. Taking it to the corner like he did there. Well, he's coming out of the game, so.
Heathcock is going to be subbed in, or subbed out rather, for Vladan Malfrjic from Serbia.
6'9". A little bit like, who else is from Serbia? Nikola Jokic, is that who it is?
Maybe so.
Yeah, maybe Jokic or.
Or is it Luka Doncic? Where's he from?
I don't know. Luka, I think Luka. I'll just look it up.
I'll look it up. For fan interaction purposes, if you know where these guys are from, why don't you put it in the comment section? We'll go back and look here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, thank you for tuning in to this broadcast of Bryan College basketball. We're here in a matchup between the Bryan College Lions and the Rams of Columbia International. With that kickball violation, the shot clock is reset to 20. They get it into Vladen. Trying to get it up the middle, stolen away by Ian Johnson. The 2-on-1 fast break, kicks it out to Mulaski. Mulaski for three, no good. Bostic tips out the rebound. Morrow is trapped, and it's going to be out on the rim. So, Lions possession.
Luka is actually from Slovenia.
That's right. I knew it was one of those S countries.
Yeah, one of the S's.
The wide open 15-footer from Ian Johnson. He rolls that one in.
Ian. How many points is that for Ian so
10
far?
of the 13 points come out of the hand of Ian Johnson.
That's quite the start there. That's why he was one of those key players we highlighted. Very first one, actually.
Foul is going to be named to Caleb Grimes. Khalil D.A. is going to check in for the Lions. Checking in for Trey Morrow. They get it in the corner to Vladen. Vladen out to Jeter. Trying to get it to the big man down low. They have him trapped in the corner. Trying to find anybody. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And James Davis throws it away, so it'll be Bryan basketball.
You know, Grayson, there's a kind of a smaller student section down there in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. That is the CIU's offensive side of the floor. I wonder if that kind of played a little bit of a role into it.
If you're sitting there, you'd at least like to take some of the credit, right?
Oh, absolutely. They're going to.
Pulaski has it far side near the AAC logo. Bostic has it now moving toward the middle. Crossing over, gets it out to D.A. Oh, Johnson thought about jacking the deep three. Gets it stolen away from James. Oh. Bostic, wow! Welcome to Dayton, Tennessee.
Big hustle play. Very nice. That's what I love to see, especially out of a transfer guy. I mean, came off the bench in this game, but keep making plays like that, and you'll find that way into the starting five really quick.
Absolutely. We needed someone with a little bit of height, and let me just tell you, Jamari Bostic looks like he could just jump out of this gym if he wanted to. Vladen there in the corner, gets it out to James.
Great deflection there from Grimes. Had his hands up the whole time.
Grimes now going to man the offense, point guard position. Dalen Gale's wide open for three in the corner, no good. Ian Johnson, good putback, or tries to put it back, rebound D.A. D.A. draws the foul.
Grayson, we talked about it 4 minutes ago, offensive rebounds. Now it's flipped back over. Bryan's crashing the boards really hard on the offensive side. It's paying off.
Yeah, there was a point in the game that I was watching when Bryan was playing the Bulldogs of Tennessee Wesleyan where we had, I mean, it was kind of late in the game too, and we had like one offensive rebound, and you can't, I mean, that just isn't a formula for winning many games if you're only getting one shot per possession.
Oh, not at all. The only way you could do that is if you got fouled every time you shot the ball and made every single one of your free throws. And that's just impossible. So
DA connects. The lead is 15-7. I tell you, Danny, we've seen so many close matchups here in Summers Gymnasium, at least in the year of 2022. It'd be nice to just see them blow out somebody.
Oh, absolutely. We're used to making – they just like to make sure we take our blood pressure medicine before we come in here.
3-second violation.
The cardiac kids.
Bryan basketball, just over 11 minutes left in the first half. Gale's into the game just a few moments ago. Ian Johnson now has it. Kind of trying to zone trap him here, rotating on the zone. Trying to kick it out to Ian Johnson off his fingertips, so back to the Rams of CIU.
Grayson, we were talking about it a few minutes ago. Can confirm Nikola Jokic is from Serbia.
There you go.
So
look at you.
Look at me. A little bit of NBA knowledge.
NBA trivial knowledge.
All that Mexican restaurant trivia night, Tuesday half-price taco night. It's been paying off.
Wow, the and one in there for Skylar McKinney, the 6'5" senior from Marion, North Carolina. He'll have a chance at an old-fashioned three-pointer to cut this lead to 5.
I don't know anybody from Marion, North Carolina, so don't quiz me on that.
Now, if my good buddy and roommate Camden Fuquay was up here, he may know.
He is from, as he calls it, Carolina.
North Carolina.
Carolina.
Gotta love that guy.
Absolutely.
If you've listened to any broadcast with Camden on, you know exactly what we're
you
referring
guys know
to.
exactly who we're talking about too. The analyst of basketball.
Oh, he's a great basketball mind.
From none other than Carolina.
Driving up the baseline and gets it blocked there at the rim, but out of bounds on Cossey, so it'll remain Lions basketball. DA inbounding it from the baseline. Gets it into Ian Johnson at the corner. Ian Johnson moving toward the middle. The fadeaway 14-footer, good! Ian Johnson, have yourself a game, son.
Have yourself a first half of the first half. It's not even the 10-minute mark yet. Well, just coming up on the 10-minute mark.
Offensive foul on Skylar McKinney. Sends the ball the other way.
So Grayson, today hasn't been a ton of contact, but the refs seem to be letting them play.
It's been a pretty clean game so far, I think.
Yeah, not a lot to call, but they're calling it when it's definitely like a visible foul.
Ian Johnson catching the screen from DA. He's going to jack it from deep. No good. Rebound Heathcock.
Hey, shooter's got to shoot, right?
Absolutely. Brinson quickly taking it up the floor. Can't capitalize on the transition offense. Stolen away from DA.
Oh.
And DA's going to have to run away from that call.
Grayson, I should not have said anything about the referees.
Wow. I try to keep the criticism at a minimum because they have a tough job, but that looks pretty clean to me.
I was about to say that just looked like a tip basketball. I don't know about that.
Brinson trying to find anybody. Gets it out to McKinney. McKinney gets it to Cossey. Cossey to Brinson. Brinson to Warga, no good. Warga misses, and it's going to be out of bounds off the hands of DeAnthony Heathcock.
Kind of looked like our Bryan guys kind of got too far under the rim. Well, the ball didn't even touch the rim.
Yeah.
It flew way over. But then it had a lucky bounce right there for CIU to take it out of bounds.
Molaski working on Cossey. Get it to Gene Holmes. Holmes going to clear out Gales from the right side. Wide open three for Gene Holmes, no good. Morrow's going to get the rebound though, resets the shot clock. The step back three from Molaski, no good. Just a bit outside. Marcus Allen going to be checking into this ball game. The freshman Marcus Allen has seen a little bit of action here in the last couple games, Daniel.
Yeah, we didn't get to go to the Tennessee Wesleyan game, but we did watch it on the live stream and got to watch him play on there. Really happy for Marcus for him to get into the basketball game, get to play this season. Really happy to see him out there.
Marcus gets scored on that time. The lead is cut to 5, 17-12. Marcus top of the key. Gives it to Gales.
There we go.
And he gets the assist. Marcus Allen puts his name in the stat sheet. 19-12 now after the layup from
Great help
Dalen
defense
Gales.
there.
Cossey for three. Short. Gets a roll. No
Rebound
good.
there,
Rebound.
Marcus
Marcus Allen. Molaski up the court. He's going to pull up for 14 feet. And a lot of contact. No call. Heathcock with the rebound. It didn't look to me like Mulaski had any place to land there.
No.
Cossey in the corner, skip pass out to McKinney. McKinney swings it over to Brinson. Brinson back out to Cossey, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Brinson driving middle, tries to get it inside, stolen away. Marcus Allen pushing the court. Back to Marcus, and Marcus with the left-handed leg, good.
Great fast break offense there. We had numbers coming down the floor, and our guys used that well. Very impressive.
Marcus isn't jumping off the charts when it comes to height, but if you look at his arms, I mean, he has to have near a 7-foot wingspan.
Oh, absolutely.
McKinney's driving in, and a foul is going to be called there at the low block, so he'll not connect on the layup, but he'll have 2 free throws.
Call that foul on Morrow.
With just over 7 minutes left in the first half, the score is 21-12, and this is one of our few stoppages in play so far.
Yeah, it really has been a quick, fast-paced game.
Yeah, it has.
A whole lot of action, really quick. So.
Jamari Bostic back into the game, and man, just looking at this lineup now, as Ian Johnson's about to check back in too, it's incredible to me how one person can seem to add so much depth to your lineup.
Oh, absolutely. Well, also when your arms are that big and you're that tall and that fast, it changes the dynamic for sure. Adding big key guys that can sub in. They're not ones that other teams are necessarily circling on their on the starting lineup, saying, "Hey, this guy's going to score 50 points today." But it's the guys that are okay with checking in, and I think of Caleb Grimes and Dalen Gales, some guys like that who will check into the game and cause a difference.
Oh, absolutely, and of course, also just adding Jamari Bostic into the mix and Marcus Allen getting some chances, taking advantage of those chances. Just having 2 more guys that have height and length to them, that plays a big role, especially coming down here in the final stretch of the season.
Oh, absolutely. I was watching the Tennessee-Kentucky game today. Here I am mentioning Tennessee. We lost. It's a sad day. I was actually crying in my dorm room. No, I'm just kidding. But they were talking about the Tennessee team this year just being – and I've talked about this before. There's not just one superstar on that team that this guy is going to win you the basketball game by himself. There's some teams in college basketball that are built like that, and quite a few I can remember over the past few years. But this Bryan team kind of reminds me of that. There's not one guy that stands out, and they play team basketball.
Ian Johnson gets bumped big time by Jalen Jeter. No call there. Of course,
that play right there reminded me of the Tennessee football team getting tackled,
And looky there, 3-ball connects. That was Jay Pack, the freshman from Augusta, Georgia, home of the Masters tournament. Swinging it across the court, around the perimeter, back to Holmes.
Kick ball, there we go. I was about to say.
Kickball violation there on the rim.
If that wasn't called, I could have mentioned Tennessee basketball, Tennessee football, and then Tennessee women's soccer in the span of a minute, just because of that play right there.
So a timeout is called on the floor, and it's going to be a full timeout. So with that, with 6:14 left in the first half, the score is 21-16, and we're going to take a break ourselves. Stay tuned for more basketball action here in Dayton, Tennessee. We're back out of the timeout, 21-16, just over 6 minutes left in the first half. Bostic throws that one away. Another turnover for the Lions. A step back there from McKinney, no good. Rebound, Ian Johnson tries to push it up the course to Roberts. Good hand there from Pack. Pack driving the middle, kicks it out. The three ball, good from Jalen Jeter, the sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina. Gene Holmes tries to get it to Mulaski, but a foul is called there at the top of the key. That's going to be on Skylar McKinney. Be the fifth team foul, just 2 away from the bonus now. Fouls are even so far, both teams committing 5. Trying to trap Holmes. Look at this defense that the Rams are playing.
They're pressuring our guards a lot.
Ian Johnson takes the 12-foot jumper and is fouled. So he'll have 2 free throws there at the charity stripe to try to double the lead here. Johnson glares at the back rim. It's the front rim and touches every piece of it before it falls in. 22-19 now. Just over 5.5 left to play in the first. The second one is up. The second one is no good off the back rim. So it remains a 3-point lead for the Lions. Jay Pack up the floor now, just crosses the equator. Looks like the Lions are in a zone now. They're trapping him. Nearly stolen away. Saved by Heathcock. The 3 ball from Jeter. Rebound. Wow. A foul is going to be called on Jalen Jeter, I believe, over the back.
He wanted that rebound quite a bit. We'll just say quite a bit.
If everyone wanted the basketball as much as he did, this would be a dangerous game.
Oh, absolutely.
Sometimes already is.
They'd have to wear helmets.
So that puts him in the bonus, and Ian Johnson will have a chance to redeem himself for going 1 for 2 just a minute ago. For the first leg of the 1-and-1. Good. Nothing but nylon that time. The second one for Ian Johnson. Up and no good off the front rim once again. 4-point lead here, 23-19, 5 minutes on the clock. A long 3 ball from Jay Pack, no good. Rebound Jeter, poked away from Ian Johnson. And another foul call on what appeared to be a wide open layup for the Lions.
I don't know if Ian can dunk, but we were probably about to find out until the ref
yeah,
blew
really.
his whistle. There was nobody out. I don't even think there was anybody past the 3-point line on this end of the floor. And Ian could have missed, got his rebound, maybe missed again, and got another rebound.
Yeah. Still sticking in this zone defense are the Lions. Trying to trap, nearly throws it away. It's going to be out on Mulaski, but there's only 1 second on the shot clock.
See how good of catch-and-shoot team CIU is, because that's all they're going to have time to do.
So that'll be a shot clock violation. Can't get the ball inbounded.
To try to lob right there, really don't hate it. If you have guys who can get up there, it's a great way to do that rather than just kind of throwing up a shot.
CIU is going to be in a zone here as well, trying to trap there up top. Tries to get it inside to Roberts. Kickball violation once again. So it remains Bryan basketball. Gene Holmes is checked out of this game. He'll have a rest as Caleb Grimes is checked in. His teammate of old from East Nashville. 4-point basketball game, just over 4 minutes left in the first half. Gets it to Roberts, top of the key. Some congestion there at the top. Johnson trying to get around Pack.
Right now.
Poked away. It's going to be out of bounds on the line. So Basketball is back to the Rams of CIU.
Grayson, I feel like we've been at a standstill for a few minutes.
We have been at a standstill for a while.
Wish I had the people handing me papers or sending me something on the teleprompter that said it's been this long since anybody scored.
Yeah, really.
There we go.
Hey, there you go. It's been 2 seconds since someone scored after that lay-in. 21-23. Lions are still leading by 2. There's Bostic wide open for 3.
There he is.
Good.
Big man with the big shot.
A much-needed three-pointer there from Bostic, the transfer, playing in his first game of this well-seasoned journey for the Lions. Pack is packed by Ian Johnson. What a save there from Johnson to Caleb Grimes. Grimes quickly up the floor. Bostic
will he do it again?
Going to take another 3-ball. This one is short.
I think that got tipped. I'm not 100% sure, but I think CIU tipped that ball.
Jalen Jeter catches the right side of the backboard, and that's about it. 26-21, 5-point game, 2:45 in the first half.
They're playing some pressure defense right now on Nick Roberts. He's trying to run the high post, I think.
Yeah, they're doing it to everybody.
Molesky
for 3.
There he is. We haven't called his name after those first couple minutes. It's been mostly Ian Johnson doing the scoring, but I'd love for Molesky to get hot.
Molesky drives into Splashtown with that 3-ball. It's an 8-point game.
Wow.
Driving on Bostic.
That was great
Christian
defense,
Howard.
Even better finish there from Howard. Great dish
what a
right there.
dish from Caleb Grimes, and 1! The big man, Nicholas Roberts, cashes in for 2, and he'll have a chance to complete the old-fashioned three-pointer with just over 2 minutes left in the first half. All the Lions keying in on the man that they have defensively. Roberts takes the free throw, rattles out, no good. 8-point game still, 31-23, 2 minutes on the clock. Swinging around the perimeter are the Rams. Christian Howard out to Davis. Davis out to Brinson. Davis tries to score down at the low block and doesn't connect with the layup. Out of bounds, and Bryan basketball once again. The freshman Trey Morrow going to check it back into this basketball game for Nick Roberts.
Grayson, I guess I'm just used to watching Oscar Shebway play basketball from earlier today, but even when there's plays, it looks like there could be fouls, looks like there could be maybe travels. Nobody's flipping out. Nobody's getting mad at the officials. I think that's a testament kind of to both of these teams. So far, really, really great sportsmanship. Hope I don't jinx it here.
Ian Johnson for 3. Good.
Big shot there from Ian. Wow.
Wow, what a strong play there. Down low from Darian Oates.
Bostic has been playing some really good defense, and they're making their shots.
They are.
Can't get mad at him. Can't get mad at any of the other lines. CIU's just playing some basketball right now.
They're staying in this game. 9-point game. Finally hit under 1 minute. Ian Johnson with the spin move. The right-handed lay. Beautiful finish. .45 seconds on the clock. 11-point basketball game. Lions leading 36-25. The spin move, he can't find anywhere to go. The deep 3-ball, no good. Back rim, rebound Bostic. About a 4 or 5 second difference here between shot clock and game clock. Molesky there near the equator being guarded by James Davis. Davis, the freshman from Youngstown, Ohio. And Molesky's in some trouble, throws it away. And they have a wide open layup at the other end connected there from Christian Howard. Caleb Grimes going to take the 3-quarter shot. Nearly made it.
Yeah, pretty close.
But after the first half, it's a 9-point basketball game. Lions leading 36-27. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back for the halftime show. Stay tuned. If I can have your attention, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to honor your softball 2022 AAC season champions. These Lady Lions finished their conference season with a 24-4 record and a 31-18 overall record. As a result of being the AAC season champions, they qualified for the NAIA opening rounds in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. To commemorate their historic season, Athletic Director Jenny Swafford will be presenting their rings today. Names will be called in ascending order of jersey number. First, number 1, Ashley Twitty. Number 3, Braden Staten. Number 4, Brianna Nagelhout. Number 5, Vanessa Hart. Number 6, Stephanie Blevins. Number 7, Katie Dinger. Number 8, Shannon White. Number 10, Katie Thompson. Number 14, Haley Galvin. Number 24, Savannah Hood. Number 26, Callie Green. Number 27, Josie Hutchins. Number 30, Aubrey Presley. Number 31, Haley Stale. Number 33, Carly LaRoque. Number 34, Ashlyn Riggs. Number 42, Brianna Hickey. Number 54, Ariel Holt. And number 99, Brianna Bumgardner. Assistant Coach Caitlin Bradley. And those who cannot attend today, but we would like to honor, are Mark Richhart, Randy Crawford, Pete Massengale, Annalise Wood, Brooke Bellflower, Tatiana Tiesa, Hannah Skiles, and Skyla Baldwin. Congratulations, ladies, to an incredible and historic season. Welcome to the halftime presentation. As you heard, we honored the softball, the 2022 softball team, and their accomplishment of being the AAC season champions. They had an historic season under Coach Mark Richart, and it was a lot of fun. And Daniel, we had, I don't know, you didn't do any softball games,
No, I didn't do
you?
any softball last year. I went to a couple games, but I didn't help you commentate any of them.
Yeah, but I did a few. I commentated a few games, and it was a lot of fun watching them play, and they had a successful run. And they even made a run there in Hattiesburg, Mississippi for the NAI opening rounds. But here we are back to basketball. It's a 36-27 lead for the Bryan College Lions. And really, I thought it was a good half for both teams, but Bryan just caught the edge, Daniel. What do you think it was that sent him over the edge?
Ian Johnson. Ian had 18 points in that first half, which is half of the amount of points that Bryan had as a total. And he was hitting a lot of big shots, too. 3 for 4 from three-point land, 7 of 9 just from the field, which is really, really impressive. I think another thing that really changed it for Bryan, that kind of gave us that edge, was how offensive rebounding flipped. At the beginning, we talked about offensive rebounding, the importance of it, how CIU was doing that so well. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like Bryan started offensive rebounding a lot better than CIU was on their side of the court. And so I think those two things, and of course the other guys for Bryan played a factor too, but Ian had a lot of big shots and big moments, and also the offensive rebounding by all the Lions. So
yeah, and if we could mark up the free throw percentage just a little bit, we're sitting right there at the 55.6 mark, and this could really be a big lead going into the second half. We're 5 for 9 from the line in the first half, but look at the other totals there. We were 46.4% from the field, 35.7% from three-point land. Those are pretty good numbers, Daniel.
Oh, absolutely. The 35 from the three-point line, that's a little bit more than one of every three. You can take that all day long. Yeah, the free throw percentage is the only thing that I really don't like to see. 55%. They're called free throws because they're free. They're like a free gift.
Yeah.
I think any competitive level of basketball should be able to hit at least 80% of their free throws. I think you should be able to do that because they are free.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
yeah, other than that, really not bad at all. Something. CIU's only shooting 18% from the three-point land. They've shot 3 of 16 in the first half behind the arc. Again, if they hit 2 more of those, well, we're looking at a 3-point basketball game.
No.
So that's something kind of to watch out for. I know a lot of basketball teams shoot a lot of threes, and if they don't make them, it really hurts their offense. These guys are only a few points behind Bryan, and they've shot, honestly, pretty bad from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
So that's something we need to look out for in the second half, is if CIU can get that three ball back to, even 30%, which is pretty good. That could change the game very, very quickly.
Yeah, and both of these teams, and I wanted to highlight this, both of these teams are in 4th place. They're tied for 4th in the AAC. And there's 3 teams that are actually tied for 4th, and these 2 of them are here tonight. But there's so much at stake for this matchup, and this second half, I guarantee, will show that. If whoever loses this game tonight is going to fall to 7th in the AAC, so huge. And of course, I was talking to Tyler Erdman. He's a good buddy of mine last night, and he said if we would have won against Tennessee Wesleyan, which they were really hoping to, they'd be in 2nd place right now.
Oh my goodness, that's how close the AAC is this year. There's not 3 or 4 teams that's better than everybody.
Yeah.
It's a very competitive conference this year. Honestly, to be completely honest with you, I was not expecting that at all. I figured you would basically have your top half, your bottom half.
Yeah, well, it's not really top half. It's really Union, and then the rest of the world, it seems like.
Yeah,
but the rest of the world is like neck and neck. Both of these teams are 7-5 coming into the game. And let's just talk about some of what it's going to take, Daniel, in the last 2.5 minutes here for both of these teams to win the game. I think first, let's talk about Bryan, what they've done and what they're going to have to continue to do to win this game here.
Oh, absolutely. We've said it before. We'll say it again. They play gritty basketball. Not bigger than everybody, not faster than everybody. But they play scrappy basketball. They play team basketball. I think just sticking to that, playing tough defense, not letting CIU get to the rim a whole lot because their three-point percentage is so bad in the first half. You don't want to. You would be okay with them still shooting threes. Yeah. And if they start beating you with that, then you kind of reevaluate. For Bryan, that's how you win the game.
One of the things I thought it was going to take for Bryan to win this is to give CIU some different looks offensively, and I thought they might do that with how they set up their offense, and they've done that some, but the variety has really come in their players. They've been able to substitute a lot of guys in, and they've, of course, guys that we haven't really seen in the past, Jamari Bostic, Marcus Allen, and we've played, 10 guys, and that's not common out of Bryan College. Usually there's 7 or 8 guys that are really maintaining that position on the court, and I think that's kind of where the variety has struck CIU a little bit, is that they didn't see this coming into the game.
Yeah.
We didn't really have Marcus Allen circled. We didn't really have Jamari Bostic circled. This is Jamari Bostic's first game, and, of course, he's played 12 minutes. That's nearly starter minutes. And
well, thinking about Jabari, or Jamari, my fault. We were talking about him being a big guy, big physical presence in the paint. Then he steps back out and hits a three-pointer right there. So, again, not a variety of looks necessarily, but a variety of players, a variety of skills that the Lions bring to the table.
So enough with the home team. What's it going to take for the visiting Rams of CIU to come into this second half, overcome a 9-point deficit, and win this game, Daniel?
Honestly, I think just shoot better.
Yeah.
The shots have got to fall. They're not going to outscore anybody when they can't score themselves. That's a very basic statement. It kind of sounds dumb. People might be laughing at me at home. But shooting 18% from three-point land and shooting the three ball that many times. How many times was it?
16.
16 three-pointers, making only 3 of them. You're not going to be able to beat anybody doing that. And so I think just getting their shots to fall and continuing to play tough defense, playing up-in-your-face defense like they have, especially on our guards in the first half.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And we're ready for our second half of action, 20 minutes to determine who will walk away from Summers Gymnasium victorious here tonight. Looks like the starting 5 is back out there for either team. Down the list is Brinson, Cossey, Heathcock, Oates, and McKinney for CIU. Johnson, Holmes, Roberts, Mulaski, and Morrow for Bryan. Holmes is going to take it up the court here.
It looks like they are playing the kind of the pressure on the guards, kind of staying in a zone. We'll see what happens. Oh, there we go. Okay,
they find space in the zone, and Nick Roberts nearly finishes. Gets fouled on the way up, so he'll have 2 free throws.
Grayson, I saw a team, I guess this past week, they actually were in a zone while the ball was up past the three-point line, and they switched to man once the ball gets down closer to the paint, and they were doing it really, really well. I didn't know if that's what CIU had planned, but they're staying in the zone the whole time. Roberts
misses the first one, and the free throw woes continue for the Lions of Bryan College. 5 for 10 now at the line. The second one is up. The second one is no good.
Wow, come on.
Brinson up the court now. Cossey there. Top of the key is McKinney. McKinney gets it to Oates, but a foul is called on the floor. The inbounding from the far side. They get it way down low to McKinney. No good. Rebound, Ian Johnson. He tries to save it. Tipped around, still loose. My goodness.
Wow, there was so much contact there and not a whistle at all.
Cossey into the paint. Cossey no good. Heathcock on the floor rolling around. Still no whistle. My goodness. 13 ticks on the shot clock. McKinney driving left side, moves to the right.
Finally,
the uncontrolled hook shot up and good.
That was one of the sloppiest basketball possessions I've seen in a long time.
Trey Morrow across the equator. Kind of playing in this zone trap concept here, Daniel.
Yeah, I think Gene's kind of testing it to see. He knows how to read.
They find space in the corner. Ian Johnson, no good. Rebound, CIU. Brinson taking it up the court. Gets it to Oates in the corner. Oates dribbling around. Stuck there. Gets it back out to Heathcock. Sorry about that. Brinson driving middle. The floater from 14 feet. No good. Rebound Heathcock. No shot. Foul on the floor. It's going to be on Nick Roberts.
Grayson, it looks like every time someone goes up for a rebound, it almost seems like somebody's pulling them back down on the ground.
Yeah.
It's going both ways. But nothing's being called.
Yeah, no, they're letting them play.
Yeah. Wow.
Darian Oates up for the floater. Good. The fadeaway floater cuts the lead to 5. Holmes trying to find some space here. This defense is kind of stunned the Lions so far in the second half. No good from 3-point land from Mulaski. Going the other way is Brinson. Brinson stops, pops it out to McKinney. Cossey thinks about it. Brinson in the corner now. Skylar McKinney working on Morrow, crosses him up, drives down low and finishes.
Impressive.
Timeout is called on the floor. It's going to be a full timeout for Coach Don Rakoski and his Lions. The lead is cut to 3, 36-33 with 17 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in this contest. Stay tuned for some more exciting AAC action. We're back. Trey Morrow inbounding it to Gene Holmes. They're going to kind of give him some pressure all the way up the floor. They're trying to keep it out of Holmes' hands.
What's impressive to me is Trey Morrow brings the ball down the floor, and then he normally guards the 4 or the 5 on defense because he's so long and lanky. It's another kickball, yeah.
This defense is almost has this Lions offense shocked here coming out of the half.
I think CIU going to this zone. They're trying to like get the ball down to the block to Nick Roberts, and I think they're okay with that so far. I've seen us shoot a lot of threes, and when we do try to get it down, they just kick the ball away or steal the ball.
Well, they're using the height of their guards to their advantage because we're having to throw it over the top of everyone. Ian Johnson for 3, in and out, no good. On a cold spell here in the second half for the Lions.
Basketball is a game of runs, and right now we're just we haven't scored since halftime, have we?
Heathcock finds Cossey in the corner, diving on the floor is Mulaski. Nick Roberts defending. Heathcock can't score. Heathcock somehow ends back up with the ball. Another rebound, up and in, and the foul. And he'll have a chance with just under 17 minutes left in this game to tie it all up at 36.
Grayson, just like the first half, coming right off the blocks, they're getting those offensive rebounds, getting the second chance points. Right here, honestly, a second chance three-pointer if he makes the shot, and he does. It's
up and it's good. The ball game's all knotted up at 36 apiece.
Again, you live and die by the boards. Especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's expected for the defense to make the rebound every time, and when they don't, it's definitely upsetting to a coach. Wow!
What a pass from Mulaski, and the finish from Trey Morrow. They get the lead back, 38-36.
That was a great look there from Mulaski, throwing it from really he was outside the arc and he tossed it down to Morrow.
Working on the near side in the corner. Oates gets it over Johnson and scores, ties the ball game, all back up at 38. The Rams still searching for their first lead of this game. Morrow thinks about it. He's getting trapped at the top. Ian Johnson has all the room he'd like. Shoots the three and misses on the right side of the rim. Rebound Oates. Oates up the floor. He's all by himself now. He goes up, twists around, and finishes on the right side of the goal, and they get their first lead of the game. 40-38 to CIU.
Just like that, Grayson. You know the difference. The first half, the second half, starting the half.
Absolutely.
I don't think CIU has shot a three-pointer this whole time that they've been out from the break.
Ray Morrow with a beautiful fadeaway all around the rim and falls.
I think CIU's being more patient on this side of the court, especially on this side of the half.
Yeah.
And it's paying off for them drastically.
Now slowing things down here. Just 12 seconds left in the shot clock. They're just now getting within the perimeter. Good floater there from Heathcock. Just can't connect. Gets his own rebound and finishes. I think Coach Don Rakoski is going to have to put some more size down there to either trap Heathcock or find some sort of answer for him defensively.
Heathcock is 6'7", and that
Roberts has him jumping, and Roberts can't finish the 15-footer.
Yeah, I think we might need to kind of see what matchup works best on him. Nick Roberts is giving it his best effort right now, and Heathcock's just got the upper hand in the matchup.
I'm just an announcer, but I've been around this team a lot this year. Someone that I think may be a defensive answer for Heathcock is Kalir D.A.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Kalir.
Roberts, good rebound there, gets it to Holmes.
Kalir is kind of similar. You're talking, who are you talking about
Holmes
earlier?
falls. Heathcock as well.
You're talking about Marcus earlier having like extendo arms.
Yeah.
I think Kalir's kind of the same way this offseason. He lost 40 pounds, actually.
That's wild.
He cut quite a bit of weight to get in the starting lineup. And I think his arms grew also in length. Very similar to Marcus, long, lanky, not taller than Heathcock, but definitely could give him a little pressure with those long arms.
They bring Jabari Bostic back into the game, the transfer, trying to find an answer, offensively and defensively alike. Mulaski gets some room there, and they're going to call an offensive foul. I guess they said Mulaski dipped the shoulder just a bit too much into the defender.
So Roberts, Bostic, I guess Bostic will be the first guy we put on Heathcock.
Yeah, looks like Heathcock is out of the game.
My bad.
Heathcock just checked out. Brinson manning the floor, dribbling around, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Oates in the corner. Mulaski falls down. Had a chance there with a 4-on-5. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let me just tell you, that was a lot of contact there. The referee warns Coach Rakoski there.
He did. I do think he had an argument there.
Yeah, he did. There we
go.
Well, there you go. It goes back the other way. Tit for tat there.
I don't think that was a makeup call. I just don't think. I think he missed the first one. Probably missed that one too. I don't know. I'm not a referee.
Jamari Bostic. Let me just tell you, the guy. Tennessee Volunteers. You need a tight end for next year.
Yeah. Put him at linebacker. We need all the defensive help we can get.
Darian Oates drives to the left side and finishes past Ian Johnson.
Took it all the way and had a slick move to jump across the lane right there.
Largest lead of the game for the Rams. 44-40 now. Mulaski in the corner. Trapped. He just takes the shot. Ooh. Why not?
Big shot.
Boom. 1 point game now. 44-43.
He was about to pass that ball. He got one defender jumping. He said, okay, I'll shoot it. Thanks.
What a move there from Christian Howard, the sophomore from Medina, Ohio. Mulaski thinks about another three in the corner.
He will.
Trailing by 3, and Johnson Jumps up, catches it there in the other corner.
Back to Mulaski.
Mulaski has it in the near side corner, nearly cashes in. Drives in. Another swing pass out to Ian Johnson. The shot clock was reset. Ian Johnson getting out of the trap there.
There we go.
Has two defenders jumping, gets it to Mulaski.
Boom!
Bang!
Boom! Tie the ball game, big man.
Splashdown from Mulaski. 46-46.
Grayson, you said Splash Town. It's almost baseball season. Sorry, that's just what I thought of. Splash Town, Splash Zone. You know how I get there.
McKinney for three, trying to have an answer, no good. And the high-flying Jalen Jeter tips it out.
We were talking about Jeter earlier. He is always crashing the board. Now, that time he just happened to poke it out of bounds.
It's like Jalen Brinson is going to check back into the game. Not to be confused with Jalen Brunson, the NBA star. Caleb Grimes up the floor. Going to clear the corner. Tries to catch the screen. Throws up a jump shot and nearly makes it. Is fouled on the way up, so he'll have two shots at the charity stripe. The first one from Caleb Grimes splashes in there for the lead, 47-46. The second leg of free throws is good as well. So the Lions have a 2-point lead again, and if you're familiar with Bryan College men's basketball, it seems like it always has to be a close game. 2-point game here, 11 minutes left in the contest. Howard has it top of the key, gets it to Brinson. Brinson looking toward the middle of the court. Pulls up from 15 feet, no good. Poked out of bounds, no, saved by Heathcock. Kind of resetting the offense here as Darian Oates near the Christ Above All logo. Cossey, good from 17 feet. Ball game all knotted up once again, 48-48. 96 total points scored here in Summers Gymnasium. Brinson just pulls up from downtown. Boom! Bang! Wow!
Look at the big man go.
Cashes in from Chattanooga. Takes the 3-point lead. Brinson driving out to Oates, top of the key. Gales guarding. Wow, what a pick there by Noah Mulaski. The 2-on-3 fast break. He goes up the left side with the right hand. No good. Rebound. Bostic. Bostic with the left hand.
Boom!
Good.
Look
The transfer. Making some noise here in Dayton, Tennessee. Shaking up the Scotty Morrow student section here tonight. Brinson tries to get an inside pass, picked off there by Trey Morrow. Morrow slowing things down here, gets it to Grimes. Grimes driving, the 15-foot jumper, no good. Too strong there. CIU's ball up the court is Darian Oates. Kicks it out to Cossey. Cossey for three in the corner, good!
Big shot
What a
there,
response
bring it back
there
to
from Bryce Cossey, the junior from High Point, North Carolina. It's a 2-point game here with 9 minutes and a second left in this contest. Timeout on the floor, and with that, we'll take a short timeout as well. Stay tuned. almost back from timeout, and if you're a Bryan College fan, you must download the Bryan Athletics app. Just search in the App Store Bryan Lions. You'll find it. There you can find scores, schedules, rosters, and anything else you'd like to see from Bryan Athletics of all kinds and all sorts. Download the Bryan Athletics app on your smartphone today. We're here with 9 minutes and a second left in the second half. 53-51 Lions leading. Thank you for tuning in here to Mountainous Dayton, Tennessee. Grayson Whaley alongside my partner Daniel Cox. It's been a good one so far.
Oh, absolutely. Kind of during, well,
a lot of just a mess going on down there at the far side. Bostic pulls up from 15 feet.
Wow. He floated in the air at the elbow right there to make that shot. That was impressive. Wow.
Costi crosses over, and Bostic up in the air. McKinney driving baseline.
He's happy to be playing basketball.
Yeah, looks like it anyway. Drives baseline as Heathcock, slams it home. Grimes slowing it back down, 2-point game. Bostic wide open three, no good.
Oh, wow, just off the front of the rim.
DA fighting for the rebound, and a foul is called on Khalil DA.
Khalil looks like the biggest man in the gym right now, pushing two of the big guys down on the floor and walking away like he didn't do anything. That's awesome.
Golly, the way
that
the way that Khalil DA muscles his way out there, it makes me want to test my manhood and try him out on an arm wrestling competition or something.
We can arm wrestle him at lunch Tuesday, I guess, Monday.
McKinney out there top of the key, driving the floater. And the charge taken there by Khalil DA.
Look at him go. Not only is he a physical presence, he's got the mental abilities to kind of know when to just stand his ground, take the charge, and take away their points.
The Bryan Brute Khalil DA, huh?
Oh, wow. That's a new one. I'm sure he'll like that. I'm sure he'll like that. That might go on a Snapchat story later.
Bostic getting trapped over there at the wing. Dalen Gales has a wide open look. He's fouled on the shot.
That'll be 3 shots for Dalen.
Good ball movement here in the latter half of the second half for the Lions. They've kind of figured out how to manage their way through this trap zone.
Oh yeah, they I think Coach Don kind of calmed them down a little bit on that last time out. Said, guys, look, we fought our way kind of back into the game, even though we were ahead at halftime. And
Gale's good for the first one of 2.
And I think he calmed them down, told them, hey, we can beat this defense, I promise you. Also, during this quick break, I need to give a shout-out, I promised I would, to Van Simmons. I was told that he was a big fan of mine and Grayson's commentating, and so I told his daughter Faith I would give him a shout-out. So, Van, if you're listening, you're awesome. Thank you for listening to us and not just muting the TV when we come on, because I've been guilty of doing that, probably just when Gary Danielson talks about
my
Tennessee. Had to bring that up again.
Dalen Gales goes 3 for 3 at the line. Excuse me, I said he had 2 earlier. 3 for 3 at the line, extends the lead to 5. Costi in the corner. Poked away by Gales. Brinson fires up a shot from the AAC logo, no good. Costi rebounds and puts it back. Back to a 3-point game, 58-55, just under 7. Bostic for 3 again, no good, in and out.
You know, every shot Bostic's had has been close. There's not been a single shot that, well, if CIU had a student section that they could yell air ball or start getting on to him about. He's taking good shots.
A long 3-ball there from Darian Oates, and he ties the ball game up with that one. 6.5 left in the contest. One thing I just want to note is we have arrested Noah Mulaski, arrested Gene Holmes on the bench. Bostic thinks about taking another one. Gales is wide open in the corner. No good. Rebound Brinson. Brinson up the court to Darian Oates. Oates back out to Brinson. Brinson to Costi. Costi in the corner. Swings it back out around the perimeter. Oates takes the screen from McKinney. McKinney now has it, 15 on the shot clock. Brinson near the AAC logo. Looking for some room. There's Cossey in the corner. Oates in the far side, or the near side corner, cashes in for a long two-pointer.
Both of those last two shots, Ian Johnson was jumping all over the place in his face, and he still made his baskets, which is impressive.
I thought I saw the referee motion the two-pointer there, but they definitely gave him 3.
Toe might have been on the line. I couldn't.
There we go. They fixed it now. It's 60-58. So there at the timeout. Here we have a 60-58 contest. CIU catches the lead once again.
Just a little bit over 5.5 minutes left in the contest.
Yeah, and of course we want to give a shout out to our listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in to this evening's broadcast between CIU and Bryan College men's basketball. It's been a good one, and we thank you for listening, and we thank you for your support. Grayson Whaley and Daniel Cox bringing you this presentation of Bryan College basketball. And of course, if you ever have the chance to attend the game, come see us. We like to put a face to those who are so supportive of what we do up here.
Absolutely. And there's good popcorn.
I got a chance to talk to Noah Mulaski's dad a couple weeks ago, just probably before Christmas break, and it's always nice hearing good things about what you're doing, knowing that you're appreciated.
Wow.
And, wow, we appreciate that guy coming to Dayton, Tennessee.
Jamari Bostic, the big man. I would say if they sold Bryan College jerseys, there would be some in the student section just after today's game.
I'd buy one.
Oh, me
I'd
too.
spend my life savings on it. Caleb Grimes guarding.
I wonder if we could get that to happen. I want a clear DA jersey.
NIL deals coming soon.
I'm completely down.
Brinson looking for some room. 5 on the shot clock. Oates out to Heathcock. Heathcock for 3. No good. Rebound, Caleb Grimes. Grimes driving to the left side and is fouled.
Grimes is so fast. He gets even or ahead of some defenders, and they have no choice but just to bump him. Hopefully he'll just miss a shot, or like that, he'll get fouled. So
2 shots at the line here, trying to get the lead. 60-60, 4:43 on the clock. First one is no good. The Lions have struggled a tad here at the charity stripe tonight. If they don't come out victorious, I guarantee you they'll be looking at that stat.
I would say I know what the practice plan will look like the next practice, if that is because the reason, and it might be that way anyway, even if we do come out with a victory.
Brinson up the court just beyond the equator. Caleb Grimes guarding. They have 4 guys in and 1 guy out on the perimeter. Kind of spreading it out now. Oates bringing it inside. Boom! Blocked by Bostic.
Welcome to the block party. Uh-oh.
We're going to call a charging foul on Jamari Bostic. Wow.
Right in front of the Bryan student section, I'm sure Mr. Referee is hearing it a little bit. All over the gym, actually.
Yeah. You can probably hear it at your broadcast at home. The Lions faithful are not happy about that call. 61-60. Lions leading. Brinson catching the screen from Heathcock. Jalen Jeter out to Darian Oates. Catches the screen from Heathcock. Heathcock has some room. He's going to step in for the 18-footer.
Wow.
Good. Takes the 1-point lead with just under 4 minutes left.
Heathcock has played a very good game today.
Yes, he really has. Caleb Grimes driving, spinning a little bit out of control. They kind of reset here at the top with Noah Mulaski. Mulaski should be well rested here. Ian Johnson looking for some space, using his body. And it looked like D.A. was hooked there by Heathcock. I don't know if the referee saw that or not. Apparently not, but it's a 1-point lead here for CIU. And Skylar McKinney throws the ball on the baseline. out of bounds. And also Trey Morrow checking back into the game. He's well rested. Timeout going to be used from Coach Don Rakowski. It's going to be a full timeout. And with that, we'll take a short break. Stay tuned for some more basketball action. Just over 3 minutes left in this game. We're back from the timeout break, and Daniel and I were talking about. It seems like the Lions have kind of stuck in there, but they've definitely gone somewhat cold here in the second half. And Ian Johnson had 19 points going into the second half, and he hasn't scored a single point here in the second half. He's been guarded a little bit more closely. You can see there at the bottom left hand of your screen that he's got someone on him pretty much at all times.
Oh yeah, I'm sure at halftime they circled his name on the whiteboard and said, "Hey, watch him. We're not letting him do what he did to us in the first half."
Oates driving, kicks it to McKinney. McKinney to Brinson. Brinson going to decide to not take the shot there.
Thought twice about that one.
Just under 3 minutes here. The floater from 14 feet, no good. Caleb Grimes up the court. Still in this zone trap defensive set here. Caleb Grimes just splits the defender.
Wow.
The finger roll up and good.
Put that in a picture frame.
Yeah, really.
Hang it up in the gym. That was pretty.
He just split 4 defenders there. Gives the Lions a lead. Jalen Jeter from three-point land, no good. Rebound Bostic.
Bostic's 6th rebound of the day. He's got 12 points, so 4 more for a double-double. I'm sure he's not concerned with that right now. He's ready to win this ball game.
Gets it to Ian Johnson. Like we said, Johnson's gone somewhat cold here in the second half. Morrow hands it off to Mulaski. Mulaski looking for space, takes a three ball, no good. Wow, what a save by Caleb Grimes to Bostic, good! The left-handed lay.
Great look right there from Morrow. Great hustle by Caleb Grimes also to tip the ball to Trey Morrow.
I don't know if you saw, but Caleb Grimes was the orchestrator of that play. He not only had the behind the back pass, but he's the one who told Trey Morrow, look, Bostic is right there at the low block, and he gets it to him. They take the 3-point lead with a minute and a half left. Daniel, we're down to the nitty-gritty. We've been here before.
Absolutely. We talked about it earlier. We were saying it would be nice to have a nice game, relaxing game. We talk about where we're going to go eat dinner when there's 5 minutes left in the game. It's just not how it works with these Lions. I think, we had the lead at halftime, lost it, and we're back to a 3-point lead, which is not enough to breathe at all.
No.
But it's still better than being down 3, 5, 8.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I'd much rather be in our position than CIU's, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I think we'll kind of keep doing what we're doing on the defensive end of the floor. They're making their shots this half, but we've had some good looks also.
Yeah, absolutely. 65-62, a minute and 29 seconds left in this contest. Both teams in the bonus. So any foul will send someone to the free throw line. Brinson manning the offense here, moving to the right side of the court. Swinging it out around the perimeter is McKinney. McKinney hands it off to Oates. Johnson guarding Oates. There's Heathcock. Brinson kicks it out to Oates. Oates in the corner for three.
Wow.
No good. Rebound, Mulaski. A huge rebound there.
One of his few misses from beyond the arc. He has 20 points on the day.
Wow.
It's down to 55 seconds. Bryan's still up 3.
A timeout is going to be called from Caleb Grimes, and this is really, if you think about it, Daniel, this is a crucial possession because they can make this a 2-possession game here.
Oh, absolutely. Even you see a lot of times, like you don't see it happen often. Let me not talk too fast. Let me think about it before I say it. You don't see it happen often, but the shoot the 3 ball and get fouled for a 4-point play.
Yeah.
Anytime you can be up by 5 or more, it is truly 2 possessions that have to change the game.
Yeah.
And that's not counting the possessions that you have on offense too to add to your lead. So again, like you just said, this is a very crucial possession.
For just the sake of a little trivia here, Daniel, do you know the only way you can have a 5-point possession?
5-point possession?
A 5-point play, rather.
5-point play.
A made 3-pointer and a loose ball foul when you're in the bonus.
Ooh, that's true. Okay, so maybe we need to be up by 6.
Yeah, let's just make this 3-pointer here, Ian.
Ian thought about it.
Kind of playing a little keep away here. Mulaski
Wow.
goes up for 2, makes it on the right side.
Mulaski stepping up.
They have to reset the clock. It ran a little bit too long here.
Clock runnage. Zebras are going to talk about it for a minute and decide how much time they're going to put on there.
37.7.
So they added about 2 seconds onto the clock.
.7 ticks left on the clock. Well, it looks. I think they're trying to get it fixed.
Okay. Might not know how to do that.
There we go.
Okay.
37.7 on the clock is the difference between who's going to walk out of this gym victorious.
Grayson, this might be a dumb question, but how do they know that the 0.2 seconds were on there when the ball?
They probably don't.
Yeah. Good guess, I guess.
Yeah. McKinney for 3, wide open, no good. Rebound Heathcock, and they're going to call an over the back. And Daniel, I'll just say this: I don't know that was a good call.
I don't think so either. I
Heathcock,
don't think that was over the back. I think Heathcock's foot hit Mulaski in the back of the head.
Yeah,
he jumped so high, and I really don't agree with that call. It goes in our favor, but I don't agree with that.
Yeah, Heathcock jumped straight up. I mean, that's about as straight up as you can jump, and the guy's, standing in there at 6'7". So it's one of those moments, just like, sorry, DeAnthony Heathcock. You probably shouldn't have gotten that one against you. No, Mulaski going to try to extend this lead, however. The first one is good. Extends the lead to 6.
So now we can have a 3-point play and a loose ball foul and still be okay. +1. There we go.
There we go. 7-point game. It's going to be hard to come from this deficit, but we've seen crazier things. Brinson up the court, driving quickly. Uncontrollable shot. Morrow rebounds it.
I think they rushed that possession.
And the Lions are probably just going to kind of continue through the pleasantries here. And Noah Mulaski fires up his bench.
Yeah. Looking good here for the Lions with 16 seconds left. Great way to close out this game. It's not completely over yet, but they made all the right moves and played with their heads the last 2 or 3.
Absolutely.
15, 20 seconds.
Strokes the free throws there. 8-point game, 16.5 left in this contest. The second one for Mulaski rattles home. 9-point game now. The timeout's going to be taken there on the floor, I guess, by CIU. And Daniel, what a really, there we had a 9-point lead at the end of the first half, and I mean, it had us nervous up here for a little
absolutely.
bit. Man, it looked like CIU was really going to kind of pull away there for a second.
Yeah, they closed that gap. We did have that lead going into the half. They closed the gap, and our guys stepped back up, and now it's back to a 9-point lead with 16 seconds left. And so it did give us a little bit of a scare. Again, the cardiac kids, the Lions, they're not going to let you just show up to Summers Gymnasium or watch on our live stream without feeling a little bit of pressure that they feel probably every time they get out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We knew that the Rams of CIU would be ready for this 40-minute battle here tonight. And we talked about how Bryan is a gritty team, a determined team. And this has been a gritty one here tonight. A lot of contact, not many foul calls. I mean, for as much, and it's almost been like a 12-round heavyweight fight here tonight.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It kind of looked like a intramural basketball. You know, 5-on-5 intramurals are about to start here on the Hill. I would imagine
Brinson takes it coast to coast.
Yeah.
And Trey Morrow throws it away.
Uh-oh.
And it's a 5-point basketball game. Timeout, CIU. 8.6 seconds left, and it goes from 9 to 5 in 8 seconds.
Martin.
And it looked like to me Trey Morrow was inbounding the ball, and Brinson was still standing out of bounds and tipped it away. So I don't know if that just wasn't caught or not, but it's almost as if there's a little confusion there on the court between.
Yeah, I didn't really notice that, but I also.
Who knows?
I don't even know what just happened.
8.6 seconds left on the clock. It's a 5-point game, 71-66, Lions leading. As I mentioned before, both teams in the bonus now. The Lions are in the double bonus.
It's still, other than your crazy scenario earlier, it's still a 2-possession game.
Yeah, I mean,
with
truly
8 seconds left. But still, you saw how quick they scored last time. That would technically be 2 possessions. So.
So the Lions will be inbounding here. They'll be able to run the baseline as they inbound it. And they barely got it in, and Bostic has fouled hard there at the sideline.
I think the CIU coach is questioning the pass, but you can do that.
Yeah.
Mulaski ran out of bounds, threw the ball to the other teammate out of bounds, kind of like a double pass in football.
You are allowed to do that. That is within the legalities of college basketball. Basketball, I guess, internationally as well. So Bostic will have 2 free throws. These are probably 2 needed insurance free throws, and this is the first one.
A little strong on that.
I tell you, if Bostic misses this one and they somehow run the court and make a 3-pointer, it's not over. There it is. 5 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to make one quickly.
Don't foul.
Brinson takes a shot. No good. There's the ball game.
Wow. That was still close.
Closer than we'd like it to be.
Absolutely. But in the end, it all worked out in our favor. Doesn't matter how many you win by, as long as you have one more point than your opponent.
That's the Greg Popovich way, right?
Absolutely.
Well, let's go ahead and break down the stats for each team, and of course we talked a little bit there at half about what each team has done. Daniel, let's first talk about. I mean, this was a great game all the way around. CIU it was a 9-point deficit. They cut the lead. They ended up taking the lead in the second half and ended up losing by 5. We'll break this down here in just a moment. Let's pause as they pray down at the floor. Daniel, let's talk about the finishing stats for tonight's game. First for CIU.
All right. So leading the scoring tonight, Darian Oates with 20 points. He had a couple big 3-pointers. He had 6 rebounds also. DeAnthony Heathcock, we talked about him quite a bit. He had a double-double, 15 points, 12 rebounds. Skylar McKinney had 8. Jalen Jeter, the hustle man, had 7. Bryce Causey, is that how you say that?
Yeah, Causey.
7 also. Christian Howard with 4, Jay Pack with 3, Jalen Brinson with 2, and a couple other guys played, but they didn't have any points or any stats to go along with that.
Yeah, and I thought they played a really good game. It was a competitive game. Both of these teams came into this game 7-5 in conference, tied for 4th place. The Lions will remain, I believe, in maybe 3rd or 4th place after this, and CIU will drop to 7th place, actually. We talked about how close it was there in the middle of the pack of the AAC. But let's talk about the winning team, the Bryan College Lions. They came onto their home court and won this one 71-66. Daniel, who made the difference for them?
A couple guys. I'm not just going to highlight one person. I'm going to go through the whole lineup tonight. Ian Johnson had 19 points, all in the first half. Yeah. They really focused a lot on him in the second half, which opened up more scoring for Mr. 1000 Noah Molaski. He had 18 points, 3 for 9 from three-point land, 7 rebounds also. The new man on campus, Jabari Bostic, number 14, had 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 fouls on the night, but just a big presence. He had a couple well, I know for sure one big block. Caleb Grimes, who ran the offense quite a bit tonight, had 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He had a lot of hustle plays. Along with Trey Morrow and Dalen Gales, they also hustled really well. Gales had 5, Morrow had 4. Nick Roberts had 2, Marcus Allen had 2. Khalil Da also had 2 with a couple fouls mixed in there and a rebound. And then Gene Holmes had a rebound and assist, but no points on the night, but he only shot the ball twice. Not upset about that. He is the point guard. He is running the offense, setting it up for the other guys to score, like Molaski, Johnson, Bostic, Grimes, all of those guys.
Yeah, and one thing I would like to note here is CIU took 12 more shots than Bryan, made 5 more shots than Bryan. They shot almost the same amount as far as percentage goes. They shot 44.6% from the field. The Lions shot 45.3%. And one thing I'd like to note for Bryan is that 3 guys, Jamari Bostic, Noah Molaski, and Ian Johnson, took, I believe, 39 of the 53 shots.
Oh, my goodness. I did not know that.
39 of the 50. So only 14 shots did not come from those 3 guys.
Wow.
And, one guy, and I don't know if Coach Rikoski will look at this in the future, but one of the things that made us so competitive in the first part of the year is that we spread the wealth, so to speak. And guys like Trey Morrow, guys like Gene Holmes, and Khalil Da, and even Nick Roberts, Dalen Gales off the bench, guys like that were shooting the basketball.
Absolutely.
And you can almost get into this position where you become too one-dimensional, where you have 3 guys, only 3 guys that are shooting the basketball. I mean, 39 of the 53 shots.
Yeah.
I mean, for the future, if I'm someone that's playing Bryan here in the near future, it's like, all right, let's lock those 3 guys down.
Yeah, you can circle those guys. Kind of like what they did with Ian Johnson in the second half. They focused in on him. He took quite a few shots in the first half. He made a lot of them. But that's what they did, and that's what these teams are going to start doing when they come in here to play the Lions. They're going to say, okay, lock these 3 guys down and make somebody else beat us. Now, hopefully that our team's good enough to do that. We can spread it around. Not the case today, but also we came out with a W, so it really doesn't matter.
So Bryan, or CIU rather, check this stat out. This is something that they'll look at and they'll be like, what in the world? They had a total of 4 free throws. 4. The entire game had 4 free throws in the entire game.
Wow.
Bryan, on the other hand, 24 free throw attempts.
I know that's not going
It doesn't look very good, does it?
It's not going to sit well with a couple. I'm sure it's not going to sit well with the CIU fans.
Well, I was looking here. It's like they took 12 more shots than us. They made 5 more shots than us. They are like less than 1% less than us from the field, just less than us from three-point land, but they shot 4 free throws. We shot 24. So, I mean, you could probably look at that and say that there was a difference.
And we didn't even make all the 24, and we still won.
We only shot 62.5% from the charity stripe tonight, which is nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
But something there is to write home about. The W.
Absolutely.
They have a W in the column. They won 71-66. They stay in 4th place, I believe, in the AAC. CIU is going to drop to 7th. Just a packed house there in the middle of the AAC race. But thank you for tuning in. The Lions win this one. For Daniel Cox and Grayson Whaley, God bless and have a good night.